Let's reset for October. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I am here to do a little October reset where I essentially recap the month of September and go through the motions of prepping for the month of October. I'm a little late with this video, but rightfully so, because I was without power and or electricity for about a week due to Hurricane Helene. So I'm just a little thrown off regarding pretty much everything, but I'm slowly but surely getting myself back together. Yesterday, I was able to finally set some goals for October and just kind of think about what the goals are, what goals I would like for October. So I feel like after I do that, then I am ready to kind of do a full reset. So let's go ahead and start with our September finances. By the way, as if everything else isn't a little off kilter, I cannot find the battery charger or my extra battery to my other camera. I remember having it in Birmingham, Alabama when I was there a couple of weeks ago. And I even remember, I can visualize where it was, but I messaged the Airbnb host. He said he didn't see it. So that means that maybe it went home with someone else, or maybe it did make it here, but it's just not in the place where I thought that it would be. So I'll have to find that. But for now, I'm using my vlog camera, which is a little bit different for me. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with September. For September, we had some goals, tasks, and to-dos that we wanted to complete that were financial in nature, obviously, since we're talking about our September budget. And we wanted to save $1,000, which we have done, invest 15% of our paychecks, pay our monthly credit card bill, get new fence estimates, which I did do, which is wild, renew our car tags, and then those are the ones that we did. And then the ones that we didn't do include booking a laser hair removal touch-up, selling my office desk and chair, and then purchasing a new office desk and chair. I did not do those last three things. For income, we had 4 paydays, 2 each from our full-time jobs, and then we got some additional money via 2 different streams. So pretty good month actually for income. It was actually a great month for income. And then for expenses, I can only share with you at this point the whole figure. And so the whole figure, the whole amount that we spent in September was $5,515.04, which I think is pretty good. Some expenses include, we had to pay a fee. We took our dog to the vet and she had to get some meds and some other things. Our electricity bill was an arm and a leg, as you can imagine. Oh, we had birthdays in September, so we bought each other a few gifts. Nothing too crazy. We had a marriage counseling fee in September. One cool thing is that my student loans are still in an administrative forbearance, so I did not have a payment for that. And then otherwise, everything else is pretty much normal, like gas for our gas for our cars, food, and that's pretty much it. So pretty simple month. I did start a Kindle Unlimited subscription for 99 cents. That's a new thing that took place in September, and that's gonna be 99 cents for the next 3 months. So I'll kind of decide if I want to keep it after that. But that is one new thing that took place in the month of September. But for the most part, our finances were actually surprisingly, I'd say honestly, maybe the best that they've been all year. Even though September we had birthday months and we had a lot of stuff going on, we did really well with keeping our budget intact, as you can see. So I'm proud of us for that. Let's move on and talk about actually, what do I want to talk about now? Actually, let's reflect on the month of September and then we'll do our September goals. As always, I am using my handy dandy iPad and I use it for everything. So the monthly budget, the September budget, was actually in Notion. So I was referencing that. Now I am referencing my Google Planner, Now I am referencing my digital planner, which is in GoodNotes. Okay, so honestly, September was a week away at this point. And then like the beginning of September was even weeks away, a month and some change away. So I don't really remember everything, but let's just talk about what I do remember. So as I was going through the month of September, I was writing down some of my high moments, and I like to do that because I am a person who can kind of ruminate on, I'm actually not that person anymore. As of today, October 7th, 11:43 a.m., I can probably get by with saying I'm not that person, but when I was younger, I used to be a person who could kind of ruminate on the bad. I'm completely transformed I don't do that at all. I haven't done that in years, but I still like to write down my highs just so when the end of the month gets here, I can kind of look at my highs in comparison to my lows and just kind of see how everything played out. I will say in September, I have about just as many lows as I do highs, which is actually quite rare. But let's just start with highs. For September, I finished Kennedy Ryan's Before I Let Go, which was one of the books for book club, and that was a great book. So that was one of my highs. I really enjoyed that book. Time with hubby was a high. So I just spent a lot of time with my husband in September, but even like in addition to that, you know, Hurricane Helene would hit, and so we just had additional time at home together. Most of that time was spent without water or without electricity, but we still played games and made the most of it. Next up, oh, my bestie came into town. One of my BFFs came into town to celebrate my birthday. We had a weekend together. That was super fun. My birthday shenanigans were fun. I had a great birthday. I can't even really recall all that took place in September, like as far as celebrations go, because there were many, but I had a great time. I also went to Birmingham, Alabama for a retreat with my financial social work colleagues. Anytime I talk about taking a work trip, I'm either taking a trip with my actual coworkers, which I do, or I may take a trip with my actual job. It might be, they tend to send us to this one conference each year, so it might be that, but otherwise, if it's some kind of work related trip, it's probably having to do with anything that not related to my full-time job. But I did go on a work retreat. We got massages. We busted Birmingham wide open. I also have another colleague in the Alabama area. So she came up to meet us for dinner on one of those days. And I just had a fun time in Birmingham. And then the high is that we have experienced no property damage, even given that hurricane, which was like a category 4 or something. And it did do a number on a lot of the homes in our neighborhood and especially tore up our whole entire city. But somehow we did not prepare outdoors or prepare our home for this hurricane, but we experienced no damage. So that is the best part of all of this. For lows, I was sick again. Oh yeah, I was sick and home for like the first week of September, which is beyond me. But I just have to blame it on the job that I have. I put family drama on here. I don't know that it was like family drama necessarily. Well, it had nothing to do with me. It just was people calling me, asking me for stuff, telling me about the drama that's happening. And the people are a part of my family. I just was not a part of the family drama. But that was very annoying for me in a low and just kind of like an unfortunate situation. I put on here my husband. I don't know what that means. I put my husband, haha. I think there was something he did or said in September that bothered me deeply, but I don't know what it is because we had a great time. But I know for sure, because I was thinking like we didn't even argue through the hurricane or whatever, but there was something that he did in September that really grinded my gears, but I literally have no idea what it is, which is probably a good thing because a part of me wants to elaborate more, or I think that I maybe should elaborate more on some of these different things so that I can be reminded of them. But then in this instance, I'm like, I'm actually glad that I don't know what it is, so I don't have to be reminded of it. Oh, our Airbnb was canceled for the Birmingham retreat literally 24 hours before, and the host was trying to scam us, but I am not a person who can be scammed. Because I think everything's a scam anyway. I'm just naturally cautious of everything. So all of that to say, that was very annoying. We had to rebook a new Airbnb. That was definitely annoying. And then of course, Hurricane Helene was a low because just the number that she did on the city and just the whole city as a whole, not just me and how I suffered without water or electricity or whatever suffering that I may have endured, just the city as a whole, and just not even just my city, but all of the cities that were impacted and the states that were impacted. All of that was just a low for me. So let's talk about some lessons. I put on here that I am too nice. I keep saying this, and I really believe it's true. I'm not trying to be less nice necessarily. I'm just trying to be more mindful of when I'm being nice. I put on here that I'm chasing joy. And I distinctly remember like writing this down and when this came up for me, but I really don't remember specifically what it was about. I believe maybe I was reading a book. One of the books that I was reading was talking about it. And I was thinking, like, that's what I'm after. I'm literally chasing a life of joy. That's it. That's all. I put on here connecting. Oh, I think that had a lot to do with the Birmingham retreat. Being able to connect in that kind of way with my colleagues was top tier. And I also put on here that deep conversation is greater than deep connection. And I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues about this, and it is true. I actually do not crave deep connections. I know that sounds bizarre to people who do. I feel like anytime you share an opposing opinion that is completely polar opposite of someone else, 9 times out of 10, because people don't know how to just accept people for who they are, I feel like it causes angst or whatever within that particular person. And so if you are a person who craves deep connection, what I just said probably sounds bizarre, but it's true. I actually really enjoy connecting with people and having deep conversations through connecting, but I don't wake up thinking like, I really want to be deeply connected to this person or that person. And I've never felt that way. So I probably have 5 people who I'm deeply connected to, and that's fine with me. Even I feel like 5 is actually plenty, because trying to maintain those deep connections with 5 or more people or whatever is obviously a lot. So more of the story is I was talking to a colleague and we were talking about that, and I was thinking, because she was saying she was saying the exact same thing, and I was thinking, I've never really thought about that. But yeah, I don't want to not connect with people. I don't want to sit and have surface level conversations with people. I do want to have deep, intimate, meaningful, vulnerable conversations with people, but I don't need to be deeply connected beyond that, if that makes any sense. So those are my lessons. Now let's talk about my favorites. My favorites include reading on the patio. It is now fall, and that's my season for the patio. Kennedy Ryan was doing her big one with Before I Let Go. I love her anyway, but she was definitely a favorite for September. Decorating for fall. You might see some fall elements back here, so that's been a favorite. Autumn jazz music. I will tell Alexa to play autumn jazz, and it's so cozy and such a vibe. When I'm reading, I actually tell her to play jazz for reading, and I'll listen to that on low volume. That's a vibe. Birthday gifts were a vibe. I got some cool birthday gifts, birthday celebrations, updating my devices. By updating, I mean updating them to iOS 18 or whatever the new software is for the Mac, and like stuff like that. Not updating them because I didn't purchase, not upgrading them, but updating them. Next on here, I have lemon drop martinis. I was on those super heavily. Plus, we were gonna have our inaugural book club meeting here at my house at the end of September, the day before Helene struck. So obviously it was canceled, but I was going to be bringing and making lemon drop martinis, particularly because when me and the girlies were all together at the last event before we became an official book club, we were at this martini bar where we were having lemon drop martinis. And so I was like, let's do lemon drop martinis again because they were great and we can make our own. So I bought all the stuff for that. But we don't know when the first book club meeting will be now because it's difficult to schedule. And then, yeah, I don't know. So basically my husband and I consumed all of the lemon drop martinis. And then, I went to the spa called Life Touch Spa in Alabama, and it was an elite experience, like something I've never experienced before. One of our colleagues who's from Alabama had gone there before, and so she was telling us that it was great and all of that, and no lies were told. And then of course, one of my favorites was Time Slowing Down. I really enjoy just slowing down, chilling. I don't know, just taking it slow. It's my favorite. And then of course, for habits, I tracked the same ones: sleeping 8 hours, exercising, reading, studying, no alcohol, low carb, medications, vitamins, skincare, and journaling. That is September in a nutshell. Oh, I forgot I need to share with you guys my mood board. So let me do that now. Okay, so here is my September mood board. That is me outside on the patio. That's me and my financial social work colleagues. Those are the gifts that I got for my husband for his birthday. Something you want, something you need, something you wear, something you read. A lot of people actually do that for their kids for Christmas, but I thought it would be kind of cute for his birthday. That is one of the lemon drop martinis that I had in September. Those are my financial social work colleagues, plus my friend Ashley, who is the founder of Fancy Budgeting. I went away on my work trip, and my husband had a gift for me when I got back, which I loved that book. So I'm hyped that he had that for me. This is all of my fall decor that came out of my tote. So I threw up that. It took no time at all. I don't know why I thought it was going to take longer than what it did, but it probably took 30 minutes max to decorate for fall. Oh, that's me and my bestie at this wine tasting for my birthday. That's Life Touch, the massage, I say parlor because I'm old, but the place that we went to get massages, the spa. This is one of the lemon drops that I made fresh, using fresh lemons and all. And my setup with Helene, it doesn't look too uncomfortable, and it really wasn't, but yeah, that's the setup. Oh, one of my friends sent me some birthday flowers, so that was cute. That was a little photo that I posted for my birthday. We actually got a little logo made for our book club, and that's a part of it there. I just kind of like cropped it. Oh, Ritomi Kwan passed away in September. That was sad. My husband had a birthday. And then is that all? Sometimes when I zoom in, yeah, I feel like that's all. I feel like lots more happened, but I just don't have photos for all of them. So these are just the photos that I have. So that is my September mood board. Okay, so now let's talk all things September goals. For September, I wanted to take one personal day, either on my birthday or the 30th. I actually took a personal day on my birthday, but I also took multiples of them. So more of the story, that is achieved. I wanted to read 2 books before I let go in The Inmate, which were both book club books. I read both of those. I think I read more than 2 books, but I definitely read 2 books. For self-care, there were a number of things I wanted to do. The only thing that I did was get a massage. For family, the only thing we did was touch up the paint in the guest room, and that's only because my bestie was going to be staying in there. So we did do that. Decorated for fall, completed Q4 planning, and renewed our car tags. We wanted to save $1,000 and invest 15% of our paychecks, which we did do. I wanted to schedule friend dates, catch up with a friend, host family friends, purchase party supplies, and decorate for book club party. Did not host family and friends. Well, actually, we're going to check it off. I did technically host them because some of them came to stay with us during the hurricane, because we did have water for a good amount of days before it got turned off. So we did at least have water, whereas the people who came to stay with us did not have electricity or water. So technically I did that. So the only thing I didn't do was decorate for the book club party, thankfully, because it would have just been canceled. I didn't do anything with my career or for my career. I did secure one sponsorship for September. I did plan my videos monthly, but I only got out like 4 videos in September because I was sick, or because I was out of town, or celebrating my birthday because my friend was in town, or because of the hurricane. So all weapons formed against me did prosper in September. And then I was planning to shoot some content and stuff like that with my colleagues in Birmingham. We did do that. And I was also planning to do a shoot with one of my YouTube colleagues in October. So we were planning for that in September, and I got all of that planning done. So achieved there. And then I wanted to work out 3+ times per week, and I was able to do that. For personal, I want to take one personal day, and I actually already did it. So I went ahead and checked off that. I'll probably take many more in October, just off the strength of the fact that I have 2 weeks off of work in October because of fall break. 4 books. I want to read 3 books. I want to read Just for the Summer. Actually, I just finished it. I said I want to read it, but that's because I did. More of the story is I just finished that book, I think yesterday. Yeah, I just finished it yesterday. So Just for the Summer is actually already read. I want to read Innocent Intent and I think Razorblade Tears. And those are 2 of the book club books, or the 2 book club books. And then I also want to read then another book. I actually want to shoot for 4 or 5, but I feel like that might be unhinged. So we're going to go with 3. For self-care, I essentially want to do all the things that I was not able to do last month, but I also want to relax during my fall break. After the hurricane, I always want to relax during any break, but after the hurricane specifically, I'm like, I just really need to take advantage of this week actually, which is my last week off of work. So I just really want to relax and take it easy. The cool thing is I'm taking an overnight trip with my coworkers this weekend. So that will kind of like end off our October break. So that's fun. Anyway, for family, I want to do all the same things. Instead of touching up the paint in the guest room, since I already did that, I actually want to touch up the paint everywhere. I do think I'm going to have to, not everywhere, but just like where I see little nicks. I do think our paint is officially bad. The paint stores, well, the paint store that we went to had told us that paint normally lasts like 5 years. We've been in this house for 5 years. And I think that due to how much I've been in and out the paint tub, like the leftover paint tub they left us, I think it's time for more paint. So I'm gonna have to go buy like a little small tub, if that's what you call it, of paint. I have also been thinking about upgrading my office. So I'm thinking about adding in there a little reading corner nook type of thing. Perhaps we will see. But otherwise, I do want to do all the other things. I want to save $1,000, invest 15% of our paychecks, schedule friend dates, which I've already done, catch up with a friend, host family and friends or friends. And then I also want to celebrate or help one person. That's going to be very easy because I do have 2 birthdays in October, and I just always find myself naturally doing that. But I want to make that a mission each month to be like extraordinarily nice to somebody in my life. Perhaps we will see. Also, where I'm sitting right now is a place where I never sit, and I can just see all of the happenings in my neighborhood. So this is actually pretty distracting, and I should probably not sit here again. For career, I want to do all the same things. I want to secure 1 sponsorship, which I already did. That is because I missed the sponsorship deadline in September due to the hurricane. So I'm going to get, it's going to have to be this month in October. I reached out to the company and they're like, that's fine. Well, it was going to have to be fine because I couldn't do it either way, but they were like, it's fine. We can do it in October. And then I want to plan my videos monthly, which technically I've already planned out my October videos. And then I want to film 2 videos per week. I do think I'll be really consistent this month because outside of this video, I actually have 3 videos already recorded and ready to be edited and uploaded. So I kind of have content for the next week and a half. And if I can stay with this, I might be able to keep myself ahead, which is actually the goal, especially when I'm on breaks, is to try to get a little bit ahead with content if I can. And then for health, as always, I want to work out 3 times per week. Okay, so that is going to be the end of this video. I feel like, I'm pretty sure I wore this. The first day I bought this for the book. It's an outdoor outfit, but we had a color theme. So long story short, I bought this for the book club meeting, which was canceled. So I'm like, let me just wear or send it back. But you can wear it. It's kind of like a lounge set. It actually gives pajama vibes, but it's not. It's an outdoor outfit. It's a 2-piece. It looks, the top and the bottoms match, but I'm pretty sure I wore this for the first day for the first time whenever I was shooting content a few days ago, some days ago, when I got electricity again. And then I was putting this on again today because we're gonna have a spooky night in and I have a meeting to attend. So anyway, it's just a good outfit. And I have to go run errands. It's just a good outfit for in the house, meeting, like whatever. It's just an appropriate, comfortable ensemble. But I was thinking, I know for sure I wore this that day when I was filming a couple videos. So I've probably worn this the past 3 days, but I did wash it. And more importantly, you know, it's new for me because I'm a person who wears my clothes, all of them, specifically because I have a capsule wardrobe. But yeah, I'm definitely wearing this again. And if you see it a couple more times in October, just mind your business. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.